So you'd operate like this, vroom vroom. Hopefully our rail's not as big enough. I'm your #1 fan, girl. I was worried that this wouldn't be big enough to fit in here. Hey guys, so today we're going to be using this Alaskan chainsaw mill to mill up some boards to use for building some structures on the homestead. But Katrina built this last episode and we need to attach this chainsaw to this mill. This goes so that the bar is the closest to the bottom. And then what we do is we just kind of pop this up, slide this in. And as you see here, like see how much extra space there is?
Oh, okay, I understand now.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push this up tight. And then I'm gonna move this right over to the side. Give myself lots of room.
PW40.
Yeah. There we go. So one of the problems with this is that it's not perfectly square, like when you have things loose, so it's easy for it to kind of get misaligned. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna tighten down on the bar.
Sorry.
I'm gonna tighten, okay, that's so good. That's so good. I'm gonna tighten down the bar so that we know it's straight. That's tight, tight. Okay, so I'd consider those all tight, very tight. Perfect, so that's set up. This is all good. This is tight. Now we can tighten up here.
Here, I can do that for you if you want.
That's okay. You're the one with the broken finger. Katrina suffers from not helping out syndrome.
It's so true.
So when she's injured, it's really hard on her. Now, this is just your handle. I know it seems kind of small, and it is. We're just gonna test it out on some small boards today. We will get a larger bar eventually for this, so we can do some larger boards. This doesn't need to be perfectly straight or plumb or whatever. This is just your handle. And the last thing is we're gonna tighten up this bolt that here, which honestly, it's already pretty like tight to begin with.
What does this guy do?
It's just like a guide rail to make sure everything kind of goes where it needs to be.
Okay.
If you didn't have this, it'd be a lot more wibbly wobbly
Okay.
when you're trying to move it.
Oh, okay, that
Left
makes
and right,
sense.
yeah.
Okay.
So we're good here. So you'd operate like this, vroom vroom. This is where your rail will sit. Hopefully our rail's not as big enough. I'm your #1 fan, girl. I was worried that this wouldn't be big enough to fit in here. Right here, okay? And then this is on top of the log. Clear as mud, right? Yeah, okay. I don't know where we left off there. We're ready to go now. So we have this set up. We have a little level to make things, you know, decently good out there. We have our rail. We have this filled up. We have everything attached. So we're gonna go get a log, find a log that we want to cut up, and then we'll see you there. We got this birch log from the trees that fell down a couple weeks ago. This is too long, so we can't actually screw it in where we need to. Thankfully, these are adjustable. So what I think we're gonna do is we'll keep this one where it's supposed to be, and then adjust the other three. Okay. And put you there-ish. Well, and right about here. Quite a big bend. That's too much of a bend. Too big. So I'm gonna put one here. Give us the height that we need so that that doesn't bend down. So what I just did was, because we had some weird height stuff and I don't want to bring out the other saw to try and like flatten the middle, which I think a lot of people would probably do that. This gives us that ability to not come down and wave, and we also lose less material overall too. So we made sure they were level front and back, or left to right, depending on how you look at it right now. And that will attach the bars. Okay. We need to set the depth of our cut for the first cut, and it's going to be kind of weird because what we need to take into account, is this depth here plus all of this. So whatever this is, and then how much we want to cut down into the wood. Now, one of the things we have to remember too is that we have screws in the top layer here. So these screws are 1.5 inches, give or take. So we have to go into the wood at least 1.5 inches. So we'll say 2 inches for the wood. Up here, 3.5. That means we have to do at least a 5.5 inch cut for our first cut in order to clear everything. So let's do 6 inches just to be safe. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go change that up. It's super simple. I won't show you that. I won't waste your time on that, but we'll go set that up now. Oh, it's gonna be weird starting it. You do go with the bottom leading, not the top. So it's actually gonna be reversed. So you may wanna flip. I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, I guess it'd be actually pretty easy to start. I can just like boot start it. There we go.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, Frank's barking.
Oh.
I don't. We had a non-start there. Our wood blocking was too wide for our very narrow setup right now. So we're gonna go again.
Granberg shakes on melting dew. Got my Stihl and gear in place, ready for the wood to face. First cut went all askew, force twisted, now I'm true. Frustration building in my chest, but I won't give it a rest. We're gonna cut it right, even if it takes all night. We will make boards shine, this lumber will be mine.
Oh, you know what it is? It's the rail.
The rail is hitting with the...
We need that extra mill. Here's what's happening right now. There's a bracket that is right here that keeps that keeps us together, and I'm hitting this. I'm like a mill too tiny. Widen it.
No, you could just put it on the other side, on the inside. Bracket.
Oh, duh. That's so much better. This is gonna be the 3rd time's a charm. The first time the wood was too wide. Second time the railing was just a fraction off. And I was just thinking to myself before I hit this part, I said, this isn't so bad. I was worried that our saw wasn't gonna be powerful enough. They say you need at least a 50cc saw. And this is like a 55. So I was like, okay, well, we should be able to do some basic stuff, but like, I don't know, like how much are we pushing it? It seems easy. But then Katrina's like, well, there's like a knot. And I'm like, it doesn't feel like a knot because it's so straight. Like the way I was like not going forward, and it was the metal bars. So we'll do it again. Hopefully we'll get all the way through this time. Hopefully.
Had to stop and reassess. Reset the mill to handle the stress. Styling us 29 lock kicks like a beast. Saw it through the trees, not the least. Sawdust flying in the air. Sweat and grit, we don't care. Hands bruised, but spirits high. But give it one more try. We're gonna cut it right, even if it takes all night. We will make boards shine. This lumber will be mine.
Hey, that's not bad, eh?
That is so straight, babes.
That's way better than the other day. Wow. Look at that, eh? So this board is pretty wobbly, so we don't have a whole lot. It's not perfectly straight by any means. Like we don't have a lot going on here. which is fine. We just want to test it out today. We are gonna make a board though. I want to make a board, not just.
You can make probably like a 1.5 inch or something.
Well, I'm thinking maybe we actually do the top.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So it seems a little bit thicker. We went on the.
And you can leave it on the rail, so it doesn't wobble.
In there though. So I'm worried about hitting.
Oh.
Okay, so we're gonna use the top one because we made it nice and really thick to make a board out of. One of us is gonna take the rail off. The other one of us is gonna change up the height of the mill. When you come back, we'll be ready to go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Nope. 3, 2, 1. Back. Okay. So we got the stuff off of the wood. Now look, this is less than ideal, okay? I agree with everyone who's saying that you shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, you're right. This is for fun. This is for learning, okay? And it's really cool. So we're gonna try and cut off like a 1-inch board here. I don't have a whole lot of room. I'm more worried about like the saw not clearing the ground, but we will have a setup, like a sawhorse setup in the future and stuff like that. So we'll just see how it goes.
Sunrise is past, new day ahead. Chainsaw in hand, waking the dead. Granberg chase a mill, it's time to thrill. We're shaving sly, sense the thrill. Stihl of a storm, 9-1 roaring loud. First time cutting, feeling proud. Boards all lined up, ready to go. Heart pounding quick, making it glow.
Katrina and I, we've been together for almost 5 years. We've known each other for 7. Well, I've known her for 7. She's known me for 5. Not in a weird way, she's just forgetful. And I think out of those 5 years we've been together, 4 of those years we've wanted to make our own slab wood, right? So now's the day. Here we go. You ready, everyone? Oh my goodness. We made a board. I mean,
It's so straight.
I think my hand one from last week was straighter. But this is pretty nice, eh? Hey, what do you think?
That is a really nice board.
Yeah, eh?
That is so exciting.
So that would have been a lot easier to make spoons out of,
Yeah, that's exactly it.
right? And it's pretty smooth. I mean, if you had a planer, it'd be no problem. Even some sanding, like a sander would do this pretty quick. It's pretty good. And this is just a normal chain. Like we don't have a rip cut chain on it, or like a milling chain. So I'm really happy with that.
That's awesome, babe.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's super fun. So we're gonna get a lot more into this. And please, if you have recommendations on how we should set up like our slabbing kind of area, please like leave them in the comments. We're learning. We'd love to hear from you guys. I'm sure some of you guys have done this way more than we have even. So tips, tricks, anything, please let us know. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing this thing in action. We got lots of like feedback on making it, which was really awesome.
Yeah.
And it's good to show you guys it in use. Now Katrina's like, her finger's almost better. I think maybe in a week from now she'd be like good enough to try this out, I think.
yeah?
Yeah. So it'll be fun. So I just want to say thanks guys for tuning in, checking out how we did our first slab ever, real slab.
awesome.
If you like this, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and share it with like a friend or family member who's into this stuff too.
Thank you for coming.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Ready for the wood to face.
Wow.
First cut when it all askew. Always twisted, now I'm true. Frustration building in my chest, but I won't give it a rest. We're gonna cut it right, even if it takes all night. We will make boards shine. This lumber will be mine.